What's up? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So, if you watched my video last week, you know I stunk up the joint. I stunk up the joint, man. What I had? One, two, three, four. Shit. I had five, right? Damn. But yeah, five. Five. So anyway, you see I got the phone out. I looked at the lines. I looked at the lines in the beginning of the week, but I didn't have time today because I was busy running around and stuff. And I actually cooked. I actually cooked the oatmeal. I actually cooked some like a. Remember when we was in middle school and we had, well, I don't know about you, but I know when I was in middle school we had manwich on certain days. We had manwich, and so with the fries, and you could, if you don't want fries, you can get a vegetable or something like that. But anyhow, that's what I cooked today. I cooked manwich and fries. I thought about an old school dish. But anyway, and some of the picks. Let me talk about last week first, because I'm baffled. I'm appalled. So first off, the first game I want to talk about is the Steelers and the Vikings. Okay, I had the Vikings in that game. Okay, I can get that. But Commanders, they blew that game. And the Panthers, the way they showed out and beat Atlanta, there's no way you would think with 5.5 points, you would think they keep the game close. They didn't show up at all either. So, and then I had the Chargers with their defense against the Giants with a freshman quarterback, a rookie quarterback, but I'll give him his props. Darden played pretty good, and with that team, with the Giants team, and Russell Wilson, I think Russell Wilson, he doesn't have anything to prove. Russell Wilson should have 2 Super Bowls, 2, not 1, 2. That last Super Bowl that Tom Brady got, well, not the last one, but the one he got when he was with New England and they played Seattle. That game was lost. But them throwing the ball instead of giving the ball, I don't know why. I don't know what in-house drill they got going on, what they have going on back then during that time with Marshall Lynch. I know he wasn't a media person, but now you see him. He's all over the place. He's all over. He's doing his thing. Doing commercials and doing TV shows and everything else. He's here on YouTube, but for the most part, I don't know what happened with that situation. But anyhow, I wouldn't think the Chargers would lose. Not only lose, but get kind of like balled out. It is like, I guess the rookie came in. He played, and he brought some energy to him. So anyhow, I lost that one. Eagles, Tennessee. Well, the Titans haven't looked good all year, but 7 points is a lot of points. But I lost that one. The Ravens and the Chiefs, and I was thinking about this game too. I thought about this game too. I said I never go against Patrick Mahomes. I always say Mahomes is Mahomes, and if you're gonna especially at home. And the Ravens, now that Lamar's hurt, oh my goodness. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. But but yeah, that's one I missed too. And then the Bears won by 1, but the line was 1.5. That's how they get you. They won by 1.5, so that was that. And then the Cowboys and the Packers, what can you say? Hey, I am a Cowboys fan. Huge fan. But one thing that I don't understand is that the first half, going in the first half, you're already winning. Run the ball, and run the clock out. Why you dropping down, trying to pass, trying to score again? But anyway, yeah, the Cowboys, that was a tie game. Then I had the Dolphins. And then I scratched it out, and I went with the Jets. So, and the Dolphins ended up winning, and the Broncos and Bengals, come on. So anyway, that's week 4. That was week 4. Let's go ahead and look at week 5. Like I said, I didn't write anything down, so it's off the cuff, off the dome. So let's just do it like that. Raiders and Rams. Raiders and Rams. Now I looked at this line earlier. And it was like 5 or 6, and now it's 7.5. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take the 49ers. I'll take the 49ers plus the 7.5. 7.5, yeah. I'll take that. And then you got the Vikings and the Browns. Now the Vikings, that's an early game too. That's a 9 a.m. game. 9 in the morning game. Early game in London. They got the lines like 35 and the over is 35.5. Wowzers. So Vegas don't think they're gonna score a lot of points. But what I'm gonna say is, the Browns, they went away from Joe Flacco. They went from Joe Flacco, and so they're going with a rookie quarterback. And I don't think he's gonna show up. So I'll take the Vikings. Minus 3.5. So that's what I did. Colts and Raiders. That's kind of like a rivalry game. It's kind of like a rivalry game. But the Colts have a good team. They have a good defense. They have a good coach. So I would take the Colts. Minus that 6.5. 6.5 is a lot of points. But until the Oakland Raiders, until they show me something, I ain't gonna be bothered with them. And the Saints, okay, the next one is the Saints and Giants. Now the Saints, man, they played. Let me get a drink real quick. The Saints played pretty good against Buffalo in the beginning, but then towards the end of the game, Buffalo started to pull away. And that's all she wrote. And I think with that front that the Giants have, I don't think 1 point is enough. I'll take the Giants, even though it's a rivalry team. I don't really like the Giants that much, but I take the Giants minus the 1. It's a 1.5 or 1. 1.5. And then we got. Guess who we got? We got Cowboys and Jets. And another thing you should look at too, if you into all that stuff, betting and stuff like overs and unders and stuff like that, is an over in the Giants game. They only got them scoring for 1.5 points. Now I think they score more than that, but I could be wrong. But anyway. Cowboys and Jets. Now, we know. Well, I know, and if you watch football, you know too that drink. Hold on a second. If you watch football, you know too that the Cowboys don't have a good defense, and neither do the Jets. So, I would hold on. Let's see if I can do so. Hold on. What is this? Hold on. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. So yeah, anyway, what happened to my thing? Let me see. Oh my goodness. Hold on, give me a second. Wowzers. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, so I was talking about the Cowboys and Jets, right? Let me back this up a little bit so you can see. So yeah, I was talking about the Cowboys and Jets, and so Dallas is giving the Jets 2.5. They're giving the Jets 2.5. So you know me, I'm a Cowboys fan. I guess I'm a pain freak. And I was telling my old lady, I said, man, if I was in a relationship and the way the Cowboys do me, they'll tell me I was crazy for taking this punishment and getting beat every week like this, getting beat every week like this, and still want to be with still want to be with the team, still like the team, still love the team. But anyhow, I take Dallas. I take Dallas minus the 2.5. I take that. I take that. So yeah, let's go with this. What else we got? I don't know why. Oh, the Broncos and the Eagles. That's a tough one right there. The Broncos and the Eagles. Because the Eagles look good, man. The Eagles they're looking really good. 4-0. 4-0. Broncos 2-2. But I don't know. That's a hard one to pick. But Eagles are the defending champions, right? Eagles are defending champions. So I'm gonna go 3.5. 3.5 is not a lot of points. 3.5 is not a lot of points for the Eagles. And I think you know they got a lot of issues going on with the wide receiver and everything, right? But I don't care about that. I think you know they're better coach. Even though I love Peyton, what's his name? Sean, coach of the Broncos, Sean Payton. I like him, but I just think the Eagles are a better coach, and I think they got a better overall team. Even though they got the Cardinals with Surtain and everybody, you know, in the backfield for the Broncos, I think. Yeah, I think I'm around with the Eagles with 3.5. I think I give up 3.5 with Philly, even though it's a rival team, and that could be, you know. Then you got the Dolphins and the Panthers, and finally we see that the Dolphins are favorite. They're actually favorite. Wowzers! Ain't that something? Well, it's not a lot. Favorite about 1.5. Favorite about 1.5. But you know, even with Tyreek Hill, being hurt and being out of the picture, I still think that the Dolphins have a decent game, and they cover that 1.5. So I saw that earlier, the other day. I thought it would go up. But obviously, you know, it hasn't gone up. It hasn't gone up. But you know. And this line here, while the Houston's and the Ravens, this line here, it actually was higher than that. It actually was 3. But Lamar's not gonna play. But they're playing at in Baltimore. But they got Houston favored by 1. But and you know what? The Texans got a good front. They can get after you, right? They can get after you. And Cooper Rush, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard one right there, man. But you know what? If Lamar was playing, I had to go with the Ravens. But you know, Cooper Rush, he played for Dallas for a while. He batted for Dallas. This other phone messed up. But he batted for Dallas for a while, right? But I still can't rock with him. I can't roll with him. So give me. No, I can't roll Cooper Rush. I'm sorry. So give me the Texans, man. Give me Texans minus the 1.5 in that one. And so then we got the Titans and the Cardinals. Now the Cardinals, what are the Cardinals doing? I mean, not the Cardinals. What are the Texans doing? But I am a. For those that don't know, I am a UM fan. I'm a UM fan. I'm a UM fan, but I don't think he has a line, the line to protect him or the receiver they can throw to. You know what I mean? So that's why he's struggling. But it's his first year. It's his first year, and I'm speaking of Cam Ward. It's his first year. I think he'll be all right. Well, I know he'll be all right. So, but 7.5 is a lot of points, and the Cardinals haven't really like done anything major to anybody to make them feel like, wow, giving them 7 points is a good thing. So you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see my neck out and take the Texans in this one because I like quarterback for Arizona, Kyler Murray. But I wasn't impressed with him. Even when he was in college, I wasn't impressed with him. He can run. He was a speedster. He can run. He can get out of trouble. But I was surprised he got drafted. I was surprised he got drafted. But obviously they know more than I know. So anyway, I would take the 7.5 with the Titans. So then we got Seattle and the Buccaneers. I like the Bucs. I live in South Florida. I'm happy Baker Mayfield got another chance to start, another chance to rock and roll and do his thing. But Seattle, man, Seattle's good. Seattle got a good squad. So, but 3.5, and then the Buccaneers, they just lost. But you're going into Seattle. It's a 4:00 game. You're going into Seattle. So I'm gonna take the Seahawks in that one. The Hawks. Give me the Hawks in that one. Minus the 3.5. Oh, I don't know why I put that there. Minus the 3.5. So then we got the Lions. The Lions and the Bengals. Ain't that some? Well, the Lions, they don't have no offensive line. They don't have no quarterback. They mess up all over the place. So with that, what can you do? What you gonna do? So with that, you gotta go. I have to go to, but that's 10 points is a lot of points. But I'm still gonna go to the Lions on that. Give it a 10. Matter of fact, it's 10.5. It's not just 10, 10.5. Damn. Then we got the Commanders and the Chargers. With that quarterback they got, the backup, I haven't looked, but last I checked, they said the Commanders quarterback wasn't coming back this week. So I have to go with the Chargers, man. And they playing at home too. So I have to go with the Chargers, LA Chargers, LA. And 2.5 is like kind of like a gimme. Because they're not sure. They're undecided. And then 8:00 game, this Pip team, the Patriots and Bills. They got Buffalo Bills minus 7.5. Now, usually I wouldn't. Buffalo's got a good team, but I think the Patriots can hang with Buffalo. It's a rivalry game. It's a divisional game. And I think 7 points is too many points. I'm not sure if it's snowing in New York or not, but I'm still gonna go with the Patriots. The Patriots. Go with the Pats. Minus the 7, plus the 7.5. Hold on. This phone keep messing up, dude. What the hell's going on with it? Pats plus 7. Minus there, so there's no minus. So we won't be tricking nobody. Minus. What was that? Minus. Okay. All right, we're good now. So then we got the Jaguars and the Chiefs. Now, Hunter is a hometown boy now, but in this game, like I said earlier in the start of the video, Hunter's good, hometown boy, but in this one, You know, Mahomes is coming. I wish I can get tickets. Mahomes is coming to town, and on Monday night, and I just think the Chiefs are starting to. They're starting to. You know how you know if you ever see a train. Let me put this down first. You know, minus. You know once you start. I need to give me some glasses and get some of this stuff real quick. But yeah, when you're driving, and once you start moving, and you start like the train, like you know how it starts going slow for a little bit, and it wants to pick up speed. Once it pick up speed, it start rolling, and then you can't how to stop it. And like I kind of I don't know if y'all maybe you all heard the bright line here or bright line here, a bright line train. And when it first started, I got to update. You know, when it first started, you know, people didn't know how fast the train was, and so a lot of people lost their life, were unalived because the train was moving so fast that they tried to beat the train, and the train would collide with some people, and some people were unalive. But that's my point. Like sometimes you don't know how fast things are going. And my point with that, saying that is that those Chiefs, they starting to roll, right? They starting to roll. They started to get everything. You started to click, started getting on the same page. And once they get on the same page and get some of the players that they get back, that they have, and get them back, then you're not gonna be able to stop them. So and it's only like, will Lamar hurt? Will Lamar hurt? Now, Lamar Jackson is hurt. Well, let me give a recap of what I have. So that way, let me know. But go fast forward to the end. But I got the 49ers. I got the 49ers minus the 49ers plus the 7.5. Got the Vikings -3, Colts -6.5, the Giants -1.5, Dallas -2.5, Phillies -3.5, Miami -1.5, Texas -1.5, the Titans Titans plus 7.5, the Hawks -3.5, the Lions -10.5 against the Patriots, going against the Bills. That's a game I'll watch. And then the Kansas City on Monday night against the Jaguars. Like I said, that's pretty much all I got. I thank those for chimed in, came on to the live. I haven't been live in a while. I get into that. I get into that in another topic another day. But life is hard. Life is hard, and sometimes, if you let it, and you just got to keep pressing on. You got to keep moving. You got to keep rolling on, and doing your best to do what you can, and roll with that. And sometimes you feel like your best isn't good enough. And the best gift you can give someone is gratitude. We talked about it the other day too. The best gift you can give someone is gratitude. So I'm gonna share the story. Like I like to end my videos with a story. So I'm gonna share the story with you, right? So I was working, right? I was at my job, and headed to my job, and I stopped to do something to get low or whatever, and I was thinking to myself, I said, man, I said, I don't know how I'm gonna finish this and get this done within a time frame. You get a certain time frame to do certain things, right? And so I was saying to myself, I don't know how I'm gonna get this done in the time frame that's allotted to me. I don't know how I'm gonna get it done. And so I was kind of like down because that's how I make my money. And so as soon as I said that, and like a little while after, two guys came, and this total strangers. They don't work for the company. They didn't know me. They just say, hey, you need some help. I say, y'all want to help me? Say, yeah, we'll help you. They helped me, and got me to the next point, so I can go in the time frame I need to go, and finishing when I on time, and the rest is history. So, sometimes, and part of that story, we telling that story is sometimes when you think in your heart that things gonna work out, just know and have faith that God's sending what you need as long as you keep walking and keep stepping towards wherever you're trying to go. So with that being said, y'all be safe, I'll be blessed, and I'll be seeing you. And like I always say, tell somebody you love them. You never know when you're gonna go. You never know when they're gonna go. Kiss the ones you love. You never know when you can kiss them again. Y'all be safe, I'll be blessed, and I'll be seeing you. I'm out. Peace out.